Previously on 03 Delta, you joined us as we took off from Essex County in New Jersey and flew the Skyline tour of the Hudson. Join us again as I meet with Dad on a Zoom call to discuss the rest of the trip back down to Florida. Yeah, so I just wanted to just quickly talk about the sort of story behind the plane coming back, because obviously
it was quite a long journey as things turned out, wasn't it, because of mechanical issues that can only happen in winter in places like Goose Bay Canada as opposed to in summer in places like the UK or Florida.
So it got stuck in Goose Bay Canada with a starting issue.
Yeah, which we were never quite sure what finally resolved it. We ordered various bits of ignition lead, didn't we? Magneto, P-lead and that sort of thing. And eventually the aircraft started, but it was there for the best part of 2 weeks because we had to order spares through... who was the company that we used to get
Spruce, Aircraft Spruce.
But whenever you see express delivery on a delivery going to Goose Bay, that means a week or more. But you know, in fairness to Woodward Aviation, they did a great job. They got the plane into the hangar, they warmed it up, they put on the new parts, and it was a big relief to be sent that little video clip of the engine running. Even though the cowling was off, they were standing out in the snow. But of course, that left the aeroplane several hundred miles into Canada in the middle of winter, with no one to fetch it. But of course, our existing ferry pilot had to move on to other jobs. We had a little bit of a false start with one gentleman who was very willing to go and fetch it, but he didn't qualify for our insurance, not because of overall hours, but because of the time on PA28 specifically. Mm-hmm. So I think in the end you put out word, didn't you, for a willing volunteer. And as it turned out, it was Sebastian, was that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, he was actually New Jersey based. We'd left the aircraft in Caldwell, New Jersey, Essex County, and he taught nearby and had lots of PA28 time because that's what he was teaching on a day-to-day basis. And he was very flexible with his timing as well. So shortly after Christmas, he set off for Goose Bay. I think that was a 3-leg journey for him, wasn't it, as well? It was a long day to get there, mm-hmm. Via Toronto and Halifax possibly, and one other stop. So it was a full day travelling to get there. One night in the airport hotel, and then set off the following morning.
Yeah, he was very efficient.
Absolutely brilliant. Made early starts on both occasions. He was very lucky with the weather. We've been watching that very closely, haven't we? Mm. And it was pretty dicey in the week prior when we first thought we might try it. So as it turned out, it was done between Christmas and New Year, wasn't it? And I think we actually flew up to New Jersey on what we like to call Boxing Day.
Yeah, December 26th.
That's civilised second holiday from the year after Christmas. And we spent one night in New Jersey, and then the following morning we went to the FBO, and of course then the plane wouldn't start for us.
No, so that was Caldwell, Essex County in New Jersey.
Which is, we've been to a time or two before, but luckily they had a ground tug with propane hot air facility, didn't they?
Yeah, it was basically a flamethrower on a cart.
Yeah, that's right. So while we were sort of having a warm drink on the inside of the FBO, they ran it for about half an hour, I think. For a fee, but a reasonable fee. And thereafter the plane started first time, which was brilliant. We got things started and then set about the epic journey south, taking in the Skyline tour of the Hudson. And unlike the previous visit, when we were heading north up the Hudson and staying sort of in the VFR corridor at 1,300 feet or below, we were actually working in Class Bravo airspace, coordinated by LaGuardia and Newark, and they were extremely helpful. And unlike the northern trip at lower level, we didn't have to make the blind reporting calls at each point down the river. And they climbed us at one point to 2,000 feet. Most of it was flown at 1,500. Mm-hmm. And then when we exited the south end of the Hudson, when we crossed the Verrazano Bridge southbound, we went back again below 1,500 to stay under the New Jersey, the Newark class Bravo, I think, didn't we?
Yeah.
And from there, it was relatively plain sailing.
Yeah, where did we end up as the first stop? Wasn't that also called Essex County?
Confusingly, but it was in Virginia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Running. Good clap. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Should I tell you what? Trying to get the outside wing camera to sync. That's going to be an interesting one.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're descending into a place called Tappahannock, also known as Essex County, despite the fact we've just left the place called Essex County. But we've been flying for what, about two hours?
Yes, I would say so. It's been fairly non-eventful. It's been quite cold, although the temperature was down to -10 or so outside the aircraft.
That's nice. Celsius.
Yeah, -10 Celsius. Nice and warm inside the aircraft, but we've just picked up weather at the fuel stop and it's now +7, so it's positively toasty.
Yes, I know. I'm going to have to get changed, put my shorts back on. So yeah, so we're on with Unicom. We've got the weather. Winds are calm. 10 mile static mile visibility. And clear below 12,000. So
hunky-dory, and no sign of anyone else at the airfield at the moment.
Essex County traffic, Cherokee 8203 Delta, 10 miles to the north, going to make a right base entry for runway 28. It'll be a full stop. Essex County. I think it's that place there, that open space there.
Yeah.
I think it's that.
Uh-huh.
I think it's that. Makes sense. It looks airport shaped. Essex County, 3 miles, Cherokee, 3 miles northeast, turning onto right base for runway 28, full stop, Essex County. Yeah, I can see the runway markings.
Yep.
Cessna 61701 and final for 24, runway 24, Shannon.
Well, it looks in good condition.
Better than that one in Georgia.
Overhead for runway 28, maneuvering left overhead, 28, number 2, traffic on final side.
Coming in here?
Yeah, I think so. Essex County, Cherokee on final, full stop, Essex. You know what he's done? He's done a midfield overhead join.
Okay.
The traffic last there, 1 mile initial left overhead, 28, number 2, traffic on final side, no back.
Trying to talk to us, but he's trying to let us know what he's doing. Oh, it's on a little hill.
Yes.
And you could take either this taxiway or the one at the end of the runway, but basically it's that building there.
Concentrate on getting off the runway. Ups.
Class air left base 28, full stop.
Yeah, it was a friendly refueling stop. Was that when we had the rather peculiar courtesy car, or was that for?
Yeah, no, we did get a courtesy car. We went into town to try and find some a shop so that we could at least get some basic supplies to munch on in the plane.
That's right. Yeah, and sort of well balanced sort of pilot smokers board of stuff
There was nuts and fruits and things.
You can dive into at a moment's notice, yeah. And I seem to remember that airfield was very well sort of, nice surface runway, it was a nice building, comfortable FBO, and we were the only ones there. This was mid-afternoon, and it looked to me as if they had lots of hangars for private aircraft, so possibly on a summer's weekend it was busy. But I got the impression that I didn't see too many visitors. They had a working, self-service fuel pump, didn't they? So we were able to sort of pick up another tank full before the next leg down to Kinston. I think it was after that, wasn't it?
It was Kinston, yeah. And we didn't actually film the Kinston flight because we knew it was going to be dark, and we know that GoPros don't do all too well.
That said, they were probably one of the most obliging FBOs I've ever come across, because we landed after dark. We landed outside of sort of standard FBO hours, although they were still operating. And we told them the aircraft had a few issues cold starting, and a team of lads came out and very sort of congenially pushed it into a hangar for the night, which I was thoroughly expecting and quite willing to pay for. And when we came to pay the bill the following morning, the entire bill, which included a fairly new white Jeep that we went to the hotel in, a hotel that
and they let us take it overnight as well.
Yeah, we had an overnight courtesy car. They got us a crew rate in the local, was it the Fairmont Suites or something like that, in town. And the following morning, we asked for the bill, and it was $25, which is incredible.
Yeah, that was a nice surprise.
But to have all those facilities, landing after dark and doing all that for us, it was amazing.
All right, so the frequencies should already be in, so that's already on ground.
Yeah.
And that's already on there.
Do you have Oscar?
Oscar.
Kinston Regional Jetport, ATIS information, Oscar, time 1456, wind calm. Visibility 10 miles, sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 06, dew point -05, altimeter 3043. Expect visual approach, runway 5 in use.
3043.
Taxiways Alpha 1, Alpha 2 closed.
Wow.
Taxiway Alpha.
That's very high.
Approach end of runway 5 and Alpha 3 closed. Advise on initial contact. You have Oscar.
Kinston ground, good morning, Cherokee 8203 Delta. We have Oscar, and we'd like a VFR departure to the southwest. We're located just over here by the Kingston Jet Center by the fuel trucks.
November 803 Delta Kinston, ground runway 5. Taxi via Alpha and hold short at Alpha 3. The wind is calm, altimeter 3043.
Runway 5, Alpha 3, and hold short at Alpha 3 for 03 Delta. Kinston Tower 03 Delta is at Alpha 3, ready for departure.
03 Delta, say direction of flight.
Southwest.
03 Delta, runway 5 at Alpha 3, cleared for takeoff and turn right on course.
Clear for takeoff, runway 5, right on course, 03 Delta. Before rich fuel pump going on. Right, yeah. Happy with everything?
Yep.
Alright, airspeed's alive, TSP is good. 55, 60, 65, and off we go.
Climbs well, doesn't it?
Yes.
Better than 340 34042 or whatever it is.
32042. Yeah, but I got a soft spot for that plane.
Oh, well, I know you will have.
Got like, I think I've got like 40 hours in that plane.
Only 4.5?
Yeah. They only made about a 10-minute difference to the whole thing.
Yeah. It's above everyone else, doesn't it?
Yeah. God, that's hot coming through there. These don't act like car ones, do they? They don't go, or do they?
Yeah, they will do.
Not really.
It's nice to be in warm air. Well, not warm air, I mean the air's cold, but sun's shining.
Yeah, it's about 5 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. Rick would have told you off then.
Huh?
Rick would have told you off then.
Why?
He likes it to level off and get to the true cruise speed before you throttle back. I know it'll have the same result in the end. One of his things. And the other guy that told me off about that was Stephen Fisher at Sebastian.
Start off, can't he's not here.
And I said something like, "Oh yeah, of course."
Tower, Costa 11 is left base 2 down and locked for stop and go runway 5. Costa 11, runway 5, cleared stop and go. Costa 11, clear stop and go.
And I said, "I don't normally do that." And he says, "That's what they all say." And then I said, "I'll call my first witness, Mr. Tony Poole. Mr. Tony Poole, can you verify that I don't normally do that?" "Oh yes, he doesn't normally do that." Just smiled. That guy Fisher is one of these people who, whatever you do, has to find something to critique.
Yeah.
Yeah, irrespective, yeah. Which is not a bad thing, it's feedback. I remember the conversation, so it worked, I suppose, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, I guess so, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could have gone up to cruise speed first, but...
And then I can pass the wisdom on to you.
I guess. Who can I bug with that?
The estimate come down now, it's read the cruise speed.
An hour and 6.
Yeah.
Have a chat to the camera, tell them what the plan is for today.
What's the name of the airfield we're going to?
Grand Strand.
Oh, we're going to Grand Strand now, are we?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought there was somewhere before that.
No, Grand Strand first.
Okay.
Then St. Simon's Island.
Right.
We're going to Grand Strand for fuel.
Yes. Diamond Island for lunch.
Yeah, and then to Leesburg.
Okay. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have recently departed the Kinston Regional Jet Center in North Carolina. I can highly recommend the place. There's a ramp fee of $25, which is money well spent, because not only did they hangar the aircraft for us last night to keep it nice and warm, but they loaned us an amazing white, almost brand new Jeep to get into town and recommended a hotel. So it was all thumbs up for the Kinston Regional Jet Center. Today's plan, first of all, we'll be able to shed a layer or two of clothes finally, because the weather's warming up. It's around 55 degrees on the ground here at the moment, and it's going to improve all the way through to Leesburg. Routing is Grand Strand Myrtle Beach for fuel initially, and then later to St. Simon's Island for our last fuel stop, and hopefully pilot fuel at the same time. Arriving at Leesburg, we estimate around 1700 local today, which will complete the ferry from New Jersey all the way back to Florida. 03 Delta is immensely grateful for the heat. Started first time this morning and is pleased to be home, I would like to say. So that's the plan for today. Let's see how it goes.
So we don't actually have any cockpit audio for this particular arrival into Grand Strand, so I'm going to leave you to enjoy the views whilst listening to a little bit of music, and we'll pick up after the arrival.
And then it was off to St Simon's Island after that, wasn't it?
It was St Simon's Island, which that's
a pretty special place in terms of its location, sort of, set amongst sort of natural woodland and that sort of thing. It's beautiful.
It's almost a shame that we were just using it as a fueling spot, because it would have been nice to have explored that a little bit. A lot of people talk about how great St Simon's Island is.
Yeah, I believe you can sort of rent bikes and things, can't you? Quite locally, and go off into the woods, and they've got a few nice beaches around the peninsula there.
I think a lot of the pilots that go there as well also bang on about some really good barbecue as well that's nearby. I don't know.
There's a thing about pilots and barbecue, isn't there? It seems to be a sort of national hunt, more or less an obsession.
Yeah, and even if the barbecue place isn't actually on the field, they'll actually drive out to go and find it. Because the one in Naples as well, isn't there?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, just a couple of.
Is it Mickle Bob's or something?
That's right. Just a couple of blocks from the airport. But people make it their mission to find it, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I think St Simon's Island, it's a very, very much a standalone destination. I think certainly one that we'll head back to. It's even got a Hilton to go on the airport, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Golf carts, beautiful FBO building.
Well, they were quite amenable as well, weren't they? Because the guy showed up in this 6-seater golf cart that was brand spanking new, and it was a petrol-driven one or a gas-driven one, depending on where you're from. And he says, do you need a ride? And we said yes. And he said, well, just take the golf cart. I've got a few things to do out here. Anyway, so he just gave us a brand new golf cart to go driving around the apron on, without any sort of due diligence.
Hospitality. And had it not been sort of on the verge of going dark and us needing to get back down to Leesburg, we probably would have hung out there for a little while. But definitely we'll put that back on the list of places to visit.
So the last time you saw us, we were at Grand Strand, and now we're about to land in St Simon's Island for a leg stretch.
542 Alpha, Canada Jax approach 127.0.
11 nautical miles away. Well, that's the airport straight in front of us.
Yep. We can expedite descent now, can't we?
Hold on a second. Jacksonville Centre, Cherokee 8203 Delta, we have St Simon's Island visual.
8203 Delta, okay, radar service terminated, clock VFR, and one traffic I see is about 2 miles southeast of the field at 1,700 feet, and someone right next to them at 1,000 feet.
Yeah, I got those on ADSB, we'll keep an eye out for them and we'll squawk VFR. Thanks for your help, 03 Delta.
Good day.
St Simon's traffic, Cherokee 8203 Delta is going to be entering a left downwind. For runway 4, we are 6 miles to the northeast, and it'll be a full stop. St Simon's. Alright, landing lights going on, fuel pumps going on. Mixture's going to go full rich. Sorry, I'm bored.
It's good, undercarriage is fixed.
At least we're thinking it, we can't see it.
Fuel flaps.
Fuel flaps?
Fuel flaps.
Short final, runway 4, St. Simon.
Obviously runway 4 is that one.
Yeah. What's their other runway? That one?
34. 3416.
16, yeah.
Number 256 Tango is entering the left diamond for runway 4, St. Simon.
You haven't heard anyone trying to land on anything other than 4?
Someone's entering a left downwind for runway
4?
Yeah. But there's someone on the crosswind at the moment.
Yeah. Go out a little bit, just do a 45 to it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Give them some space. I think I've got that traffic in sight over the water, little black dot.
Yeah, it's got it, yeah.
St. Simon's, Cherokee, 3 miles northeast, entering left downwind for 4. We have the traffic in sight, so we'll give you some space. St. Simon's. St. Simon's.
The base turn will be almost over the water, won't it?
Should be.
I'm just assuming it's 1,000 feet because it's not got any elevation at all.
6 feet? 9 feet, so it needs to be 1,009 on the dot.
Yeah, I've got that. 1,011 actually.
So 1,009, so 1,019.
1,019.
That's not far off.
No.
19 feet in the air. As the general, as the Barrow pressure come down. It has, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's come
What was it
down.
this morning? 3043 or something?
Yeah, it's crazy. We'll just put a stage out and slow down in case we have to space.
She's turning base now by the looks of things.
Good.
I don't have a visual, but I got them on ADSB.
Is she doing a left base?
Yeah, she's on this side of the airfield. There she is. Over there.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, okay.
Gonna sneeze now.
You pick your moments for that sort of thing, don't you?
St. Simon's radio, Cirrus, November 265 Tango Golf, 6 miles on a
There you
6
go.
mile final,
Oh.
runway 4.
Oh, that woke me up.
Yeah.
I can breathe again.
Rather picturesque here, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the golf course.
It says switch tanks.
Have you seen this sort of pirate ship out here in the bay?
Yeah, give me a sec. St. Simon's Cherokee's turning left base, runway 4, bit of a full stop, St. Simon's.
Cirrus 65 Tango Golf, 4 mile final for runway 4.
4 mile final.
Yeah, which airport, mate? This one, obviously, but
Traffic, Turkey, 215 Tango is clear the runway.
St. Simon's Cherokee's turning final. Runway 4, full stop, St. Simon's.
Summon traffic, Cirrus 265 Tango Golf, 3 mile final. We have that final traffic in front, inside, full stop.
Mr. Cool Dude.
St. Simon's traffic, Turkey 56 Tango is taxiing back to runway 4.
Take Alpha 4, which is the next one.
Yeah, it's coming up here.
Follow the signs to the FBO.
Yeah.
St. Simon's Cherokee's off on Alpha 4, going to the FBO, clear of the active. St. Simon's.
Summon traffic, Cirrus 265 Tango Golf, short final, runway 4, full stop, St. Simon's.
In Cherokee at McKinnon, have you just taxi down to the tie-down sleeves for parking?
Okay.
Is that where the most of the general aircraft are?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Alrighty, we're heading there now. 03 Delta.
Thank you.
They don't want us parking next to the jets, do they?
No, they don't. We're going to have to go around these and then come through this way, aren't we?
Yep.
It's fine. I think we could have gone onto that back row there, really.
It's okay. Well, there's a building there. This is Golden Isles Aviation. Which is the main FBO?
I think down there.
St. Simon's traffic, Cirrus 265 Tango Golf, crossing 1634.
Alright, we're going to go stretch our legs.
See you soon.
So we refueled at St. Simon's, and then from there it was just a direct flight to Leesburg, wasn't it, in Central Florida?
Yeah, and they were clear, coolish conditions, stable air, nice sunset over the Gulf, and Leesburg and the lakes came into view, didn't they? Probably 20-30 miles out.
Yeah.
So it was a relatively uneventful trip. Again, it was a longish day flying, but most enjoyable. And we didn't push it. We didn't fly late into the night on either day. We didn't rush ourselves in the morning. Had a nice hotel breakfast and took our time. And I think that's what flying should be about, really.
Oh yeah. I hear of people who go to Oshkosh, for example, from Florida, and they'll do it in 9 hours between two of them in one go. Or at least they'll make one stop and then 2 4.5 hour legs or something. And I just think I wouldn't want to do that.
No. I mean, pick somewhere you've never been to before on the way and enjoy that place for an evening, and then set off fresh the next morning. You're probably going to be a better pilot if you've had a decent night's sleep as well.
There is that, yeah.
in theory. Yeah.
So how do you feel about the plane being over here now?
Well, great apart from the fact that I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I mean, flying in the UK is great, and we've done some decent trips for 03 Delta over here. Obviously, COVID got in the way of a lot of flying on both sides of the Atlantic, so relieved to have her back in a home environment, really, and looking forward to some great winter flying and the trip up to Oshkosh in the summer. And it's a question of utilisation, because if you get frequent bad weather as we do over here, aircraft tend to sort of sit around in hangars not doing a great deal, and that's not good for them. So
No.
I prefer it to be based somewhere where we're going to get the utilisation. You can get some time in it, and we might bring one or two other people into the fold in due course as well. So it's a sort of it's a shared venture, isn't it? And quite an exciting one, really.
Yeah. No, it's definitely. I think it's definitely happier to be back in the warmer weather, as you say.
It's not consistently damp over there, is it? Although when it is damp, it's very damp indeed.
Oh yeah.
And of course, the latest news, hot off the press, is despite being on at least 3 waiting lists, we've actually got a hangar from the end of the month. So luckily, should be tucked away. If we get any thunderstorms during July and August, we'll feel the aircraft relatively safe as opposed to being tied down on an apron, which is never a good thing in subtropical climates. So that's all positive.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. That concludes this video. The plane is back in Florida, and we're hoping to make lots more content for you guys moving forward. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to catch future videos, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you're notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.